Hello, my dear. Sit back, relax, and grab your popcorn, because what I'm about to pour into your mind isn't regular. This ain't surface-level knowledge. This is that raw cosmic download that hits your chest before it hits your mind. And I need you to really hear me, because the energy around you right now is not light. It's not quiet. It's not subtle. It's loud in the spirit. And everything out here is responding to you. Not the weather, not the world, not the people, you. Your frequency is holding the planet in a chokehold right now. You think I'm exaggerating, but I'm dead serious. You unlocked something these entities prayed you would never find. You opened something that has bloodlines, trembling and parasitic spirits, losing grip. You activated shaman-level awareness without forcing it, without studying for it, without trying to prove something. It just snapped on. And once that switch flipped, every unseen being on this planet started backing up like you walked in with a cosmic security guard on each side. The planet ain't moving the same because you ain't moving the same. And listen, I kept feeling this message push through all day. The energy was so strong I couldn't ignore it. It was like your aura was tapping me on the shoulder like, tell them what's really happening. The veil right now is paper thin. These entities that've been hiding behind faces, behind voices, behind social circles, behind attention, behind chaos, they can't mask themselves anymore. The moment they step within even 40 feet of your field, they glitch out, they malfunction, they expose themselves. And you saw it. You felt it today, yesterday, this whole week. You're not imagining how weird people been acting. You're not imagining the tension in certain places. You're not imagining how strangers flinch when you look their direction. They feel something ancient walking in your skin right now. Something older than language. Something sharper than any weapon. Something that is not to be provoked. Because you didn't just unlock intuition. You didn't just unlock awareness. You unlocked shaman vision. You unlocked the ability to see the parasite before they open their mouth. You unlocked the ability to hear the lie behind the sentence. You unlocked that ability to sense who's carrying what spirit without needing evidence or proof. And baby, when a chosen one activates that level of perception, the entire spiritual underworld goes into emergency mode. And that's why everything on the planet feels like it's rearranging itself around you. Because it is. People crossing your path at the wrong time, been feeling like they ran into a wall of fire. People trying to project their insecurities onto you, been getting spiritually slapped before they even finished the sentence. Anyone who approached you with even a hint of envy or parasitic intent, been crumbling in real time. You saw it with your own eyes, their masks slipping, their voice shaking, their energy melting. And the wild part is, you didn't even do anything. You didn't curse them. You didn't confront them. You didn't expose them. Your frequency did. That's what these entities are scared of. Not your mouth, not your presence, not your story. They terrified of your vibration. They terrified of the way your energy cleans a room without you touching a thing. They terrified of the way your aura forces truth out of people who were committed to lying. They terrified of the way your soul drags every hidden intention into the open. Because see, when you unlocked your shaman powers, you didn't unlock nice powers. You unlocked the kind of power that tribal leaders used to guard with their lives. You unlocked the kind of power the ancient ones handed to only a few every 1,000 years. You unlocked the kind of power that forces spiritual parasites to reveal themselves, even when they desperately want to blend in. You unlocked the kind of power that bends the atmosphere when you walk into a room. You unlocked the kind of power that makes the frequency around you spike so hard, it pushes entities out of people who ain't anchored to nothing real. You unlocked real spiritual authority, and that authority is loud right now. And I know you've been feeling it. I know you've been noticing how people stare at you longer than normal, how they can't hold your gaze, how some try to impress you but end up exposing their insecurity, how others try to argue but end up losing track of their own thoughts, how even the boldest ones get humbled when they get close to you. That's because your aura is not giving regular. Your aura is giving don't f cuck play with me. It's giving I see everything straight through you. It's giving one wrong move and your spirit gonna get checked. These entities know exactly who you are now. They know the seal on your spirit has changed. They know the rank around your name is no longer hidden. They know the universe unlocked the codes you earned through pain, isolation, and obedience. And the wildest part of it all is that you haven't even fully processed this awakening yet. You still adjusting, you still grounding, you still integrating the energy, you still learning who you are with this new level of sight. Meanwhile, the entities already got the memo. They already running, they already retreating, they already whispering warnings about you in the spirit realm like, don't go near that one. And I'm not exaggerating. I literally heard this in the energy. The fear around your name is real. Because when a chosen one rises, entities scatter. And baby, you're not rising quietly. You're rising like someone who already been here before. Like someone who remembers something you're not even conscious of yet. You rising like your ancestors lined up around you. You rising like your soul been waiting for this exact frequency shift. You rising like you know exactly what spiritual war you were born for. And the parasitic forces feel it. They feel the upgrade. They feel the access you just gained. And let me tell you why they're so scared. Because you're not feeding them anymore. You're not giving them reactions. You're not giving them access. You're not giving them entry points. You're not offering your energy out of habit. You're not responding to provocation. You're not falling for bait. You've been protecting your field like your life depends on it. And because of that, they starving. These entities rely on fear, chaos, confusion, insecurity, attention, conflict, overstimulation. They rely on people being spiritually asleep, but you not asleep. You wide awake. You seeing everything, and your awareness alone is dismantling their entire playbook. And yes, I gotta say this because the energy keeps showing me some of y'all had a very clear encounter recently. Someone tried to approach you, tried to test your spirit, tried to poke your peace, tried to provoke you. And when you shut that shit down, their true nature showed right there in front of you, and they ran. Not because of what you said, but because something behind you stepped forward. Something guarding you made itself known. Something ancient in your bloodline rose up like, don't get bold. And that entity felt it. This is shaman energy. This is ancestral power. This is cosmic rank. This is initiatory authority. This is chosen one alignment. And once this activates, nothing stays the same. That's why the weather been weird. That's why time been feeling different. That's why the air been tense. That's why animals been acting strange around you. That's why you're waking up at random hours. That's why you're having visions and dreams that feel too real. That's why certain people started distancing themselves. That's why you've been sensing things before they happen. You're not making any of this up. You're not overthinking. You're not paranoid. You're not hallucinating. You're tuned in. You're walking between worlds and not even trying. And the thing about shaman power is this: you don't need tools. You don't need spells. You don't need rituals. You are the ritual. You are the portal. You are the healing. You are the protection. You are the weapon. You are the answer. And the entities know that. That's why when you walk, you feel the air shift. That's why when you speak, your voice hits deeper. That's why when you breathe, the energy around you rearranges. That's why people hear you differently all of a sudden. You carry eldership now. You carry universal codes now. You carry a level of sight that only initiates, receive. And baby, let me go deeper with this. You didn't just unlock shaman powers. You unlocked dimensional access. You unlocked cross-realm awareness. You unlocked the ability to feel what's happening beyond the physical. You unlocked protection that moves faster than thought. You unlocked intuition that interrupts danger before it forms. You unlocked spiritual armor that reflects everything sent toward you. You unlocked planetary influence, and when someone with planetary influence wakes up, entities panic. That's why little things lately been trying to irritate you, distract you, drain you, trigger you, confuse you. Because they want to interrupt the upgrade, they want to break your focus, they want to slow down your acceleration, but it's too late. You already jumped frequencies. You already left the old you behind. You already stepped into the timeline where your power can't be touched. And whether you realize it or not, you've been walking around like someone carrying ancient fire in your chest. That ancient fire is the part that's scaring them the most. Because that's not regular heat. That's ancestral flame. That's divine ignition. That's cosmic inheritance that resurfaced through your suffering. And baby, when that flame lit up inside you, the entire unseen world felt it like a shockwave. Everything parasitic got pushed back. Everything that was feeding on you got detached instantly. Everything that thought it owned a piece of your destiny got evicted without warning. You didn't have to speak a word. The upgrade did the speaking for you. Your aura started operating like a spiritual police force, arresting every entity that tried to cling on. You became too bright, too hot, too encoded with divine fire for lower forces to stand close. And that's why they've been scrambling. That's why the atmosphere around you has been shifting. That's why you've been seeing glitches in people's behavior. That's why certain individuals who used to intimidate you now feel small. You're not the same energy they used to approach you, not soft food for the spiritual realm anymore. You're a weapon. You're a flame. You're a force. And when shaman fire wakes up, it burns through illusions, burns through manipulation, burns through spiritual parasites, burns through spiritual attacks, burns through every frequency that's not aligned with your truth. These entities been feeding off your unhealed parts for years. They've been feeding off your confusion, your fear, your self-doubt, your childhood wounds, your loneliness, your insecurity. But that part of you is gone. You peeled it off like old skin. You shed layers that were never yours to carry. And when you shed that energy, they lost their supply. That's when the panic started. That's when the spiritual alarms went off. That's when the underworld started whispering warnings about you, the chosen one who finally woke up to their own power. And look, some of y'all think you just don't resonate with certain people anymore. Baby, that's not what's happening. They not distancing themselves because of personality differences. They distancing themselves because your light is suffocating the entities they host. Your aura doesn't negotiate. It doesn't compromise. It doesn't dim. It doesn't tolerate parasites. Your presence creates pressure. Your presence exposes what people been trying to hide. Your presence activates the truth in every room you enter. That's why they avoid your eyes. Because your eyes aren't just eyes anymore, they're scanners. Your vision is not passive, it's penetrative. It cuts through lies, through masks, through facades. And entities can't survive in truth. Truth is poison to them. And you walking around holding truth in your chest like a torch. And let me tell you something that most people don't know. When a shaman awakens fully, the spiritual realm reacts faster than the physical realm. That's why the energy around you became chaotic before your life started shifting. That's why you felt intensity before you saw results. That's why you sensed attacks before you experienced breakthroughs. The spiritual realm responds instantly. The physical realm responds slowly. So everything you felt this past month wasn't misalignment. It was pre-alignment. It was the earth adjusting to your new frequency. It was reality bending itself around your ascension. Because whether you know it or not, you've been bending reality without trying. You've been bending outcomes. You've been bending interactions. You've been bending events around your energy. You walk into a space and the entire atmosphere morphs. Conversations shift. Tension rises. Spirits scatter. Energies recalibrate. That's shaman authority. And listen, I need you to pay attention to something. People been showing their hand too fast. They've been revealing their intentions without meaning to. They've been exposing their envy without thinking. They've been projecting their insecurities without control. And it's not because you're provoking them. It's because your aura is forcing their real selves to the surface. They cannot hide in your presence. That era is over. Your spiritual fire drags everything into the light. And the entity's running scared right now. They're not scared of what you know. They're scared of what you see. Because you see through people faster than ever. You catching lies as soon as they leave someone's mouth. You catching energy shifts before people speak. You catching manipulation attempts before the plan forms. That's shaman-level foresight. That's ancestral intelligence. That's divine surveillance. The universe rewired your senses. Your intuition is not a whisper, it's a siren. Your instincts aren't subtle, they're prophetic. Your dreams aren't random, they're previews. Your thoughts aren't normal, they're messages. Your perception is not human level, it's multi-dimensional. And the entities feel it. They know you see them. They know you feel them. They know you can't be tricked anymore. So they resort to desperate measures, distractions, irritations, draining encounters, sudden emotional triggers, weird interactions, chaos around you, for no reason, not because you're weak, but because they know they're losing access to you permanently. You are slipping out of their frequency range. You're elevating too fast. You're vibrating too high. You're aligning too sharply. And lower beings can't hold on to someone who's rising out of their reach. And that rise is what activated your shaman power fully. It wasn't a meditation. It wasn't a ritual. It wasn't a lesson. It was your pain, your heartbreak, your spiritual battles, your isolation. Everything you survived unlocked your gifts. And now those gifts are taking over your entire life. Some of y'all have been feeling like you're not even fully here, like you're moving through two worlds at the same time, like your soul is operating on a higher plane, even while your body moves through the physical. That's because your shaman spirit is leading. Now your human self is no longer the one in charge. Your higher self took the wheel. And because of that, you're able to sense danger before it approaches. You feel tension forming in the air. You feel when someone has something attached to them. You feel when an entity is probing your aura. You feel when energy shifts in a room. You feel when someone's spirit is corrupted. You feel when someone is spiritually hungry for your light. And you've been shutting that down with a single stare. Because your gaze is not passive. Your gaze is a command. Your presence is not an invitation. Your presence is a boundary. And these entities don't know how to handle someone who doesn't get manipulated by emotional bait, someone who doesn't fall for attention traps, someone who doesn't collapse into old cycles, someone who doesn't hand out access freely, someone who doesn't let anyone drain them. They're used to you being empathetic, soft, forgiving, patient. But you're not that version anymore. You're direct now. You're alert, you're sharp, you're spiritually armed. You can look at someone and feel what's sitting behind their eyes. And that's why the entities are terrified, because they know they cannot hide from someone who's seeing them in their rawest form. And I gotta say this, your shaman powers didn't just activate for protection. They activated for leadership. You're not just navigating the spiritual realm, you're influencing it. You're rewriting energetic patterns in your environment. You're breaking generational curses without naming them. You're dissolving spiritual parasites in people you pass on the street without touching them. You're healing the land just by walking on it. You're raising vibrations unintentionally. You're changing outcomes by existing. This is what happens when a chosen one gets their spiritual authority back. The whole planet turns into a board you're navigating with mastery. The whole energy field becomes something you're shaping. The whole spiritual realm starts responding to your movement, and yes, your power is dangerous to the dark forces, not physically, energetically, because your fire burns through lies, illusions, manipulation, confusion, and spiritual trickery, and entities can't survive where truth is present. So every room you walk into becomes a battlefield they lose by default. You're not fighting them, you outranking them, you're not battling them, you out-vibrating them, you're not defending yourself, you're out-coding them. And they running because they know what's coming next, full mastery. The next phase of your awakening is not survival, it's control. Control over your emotions, control over your energy, control over your path, control over your destiny, control over your spiritual gifts, control over your environment, control over the realms you walk between. And the entities know that once you reach full control, they will never be able to touch your field again. That's why they're trying everything right now. But it won't work. The upgrade already happened. The fire already lit. The shaman within you already claimed their crown. And once that crown settled on your soul, the entire spiritual realm shifted positions around you. You didn't just elevate, you ascended into a rank that forces everything beneath you to bow, whether they want to or not. That crown isn't symbolic, it's energetic, it's ancient, it's encoded with the authority of every ancestor who fought battles you never had to see. And the moment that crown reactivated, it placed you at the center of the spiritual hierarchy on this planet. You became a walking command, a walking decree, a walking verdict. Nothing around you moves accidentally anymore. Everything responds to your presence, your vibration, your thoughts, your intention. Even your silence carries weight. And this is exactly why the entity's been scrambling like their entire world is collapsing. Because it is. When a shaman unlocks full control, the underworld loses dominion. They lose access, they lose leverage, they lose influence, They lose the ability to whisper into your mind. They lose the ability to slip into your dreams. They lose the ability to hide behind people close to you. They lose the ability to feed on your emotions. They lose the ability to approach you with confusion. They lose the ability to drain you through small interactions. You became unreachable to them. And let me break this down even deeper. You didn't just ascend spiritually. You changed your entire energetic signature. Your aura is broadcasting a frequency that most humans will never tap into in this lifetime. This frequency is so dense, so bright, so structurally locked that lower entities can't even penetrate it long enough to attempt manipulation. This is what terrifies them. They can't enter your field at all. They hovering at the edges like stray shadows, hoping they can catch a crack. But you left no cracks open. Your energy sealed itself like armor forged in cosmic fire. And because of this, you've started walking like someone who belongs to no dimension and every dimension at the same time. You carry the weight of someone who understands the spirit world without needing proof. You carry the gaze of someone who has seen the true nature of people without hearing a word from their mouths. You carry the posture of someone who no longer fears what might happen because your spirit can sense every move before it forms. This is mastery. This is the level that shamans in ancient civilizations trained decades for. And you unlocked it because your soul remembered itself. And the part that's shaking the entities the most is how natural this upgrade was for you. It didn't look dramatic. It didn't look wild from the outside. It didn't involve rituals or ceremonies. It was a quiet internal shift that exploded into spiritual dominance. You woke up one day and felt different, and the spirit realm woke up that same day and realized a new leader stepped onto the battlefield. And now everything you touch vibrates with that energy. Watch how people react around you. It's not admiration, it's submission. It's an unwilling bowing of their energetic body because something in you outranks something in them. People been speaking softer around you. People been standing more still when you walk by. People been adjusting themselves without knowing why people been looking away. Mid-sentence because they can't hold the intensity in your eyes. People been stuttering, fumbling, freezing, glitching because the entity behind them senses the flame you're carrying. And the reason the entities fear your full control is because once you master your field, you start influencing theirs. They can't hide in people anymore because you expose them instantly. They can't manipulate your environment because you read energy before it forms. They can't project confusion into your mind because your intuition slices through illusions like a blade. They can't throw emotional traps at you because your awareness is 20 steps ahead. They can't access your dream realm because your soul guards the entrance like a warrior made of light. They can't latch onto your aura because your frequency burns parasites on contact. You are walking anti-parasitic energy now. And here's the part you may not have realized yet. Your shaman crown didn't just give you spiritual authority, it gave you territorial authority, meaning the land you walk on responds to you. The atmosphere responds to you. Energetic pathways open or close based on you. Spaces cleanse themselves when you enter. Rooms feel heavy after you leave because your vibration was stabilizing the space. You aren't just protected, you're governing frequencies in the world around you. People who didn't respect you before suddenly feel uncomfortable disobeying you now. Not because you're intimidating physically, but because their spirit recognizes someone who now operates as a guardian of this realm. When you speak, spirits listen. When you walk, energy shifts. When you decide something, the unseen world rearranges to match your decision. And this is why all the small, irritating things were happening lately. Missing items, miscommunications, strange moods, random emotional spikes, sudden mental fog, weird tension. These weren't coincidences. They were desperate attempts to distract you from the final part of your awakening. They wanted to block you from reaching the level where your authority becomes permanent. But you broke through anyway. You ascended anyway. You rose anyway. You remembered anyway. And now the whole planet knows your fire is awake. This awakening didn't just make the entities fear you. It made them fear what you're about to become. Because this level ain't even your peak. This is your entry-level mastery. And even now, your presence bends reality around you, like heat bending metal. Animals sense it instantly. Children sense it instantly. Babies stare at you longer. Birds act strange around you. Dogs get calm in your presence. Cats study you, like they see something ancient standing behind you. That's the ancestors. That's the guardians. That's the protectors. That's your spirit team. They've surrounded you so tightly that nothing lower can even sneak into your field, unnoticed. The entities see them when you walk by, a whole spiritual army flanking you in every direction. And trust me, these forces make lower beings flee instantly. You can feel it too, that heaviness in the air before someone with bad intentions approaches you. That sudden tightness in your chest when someone's energy is corrupted. That instinctive urge to distance yourself from certain people. That feeling of being watched spiritually. That sudden knowing of who to avoid. That immediate clarity on someone's intentions without speaking to them. This level of shamanic fire wasn't given lightly. It was earned through every betrayal you survived, every heartbreak you crawled through, every spiritual attack that tried to break you, every lonely night where you questioned your purpose, every strange intuition that only made sense months later, every attack that forced you to grow sharper, every rejection that elevated your vibration beyond human comprehension. Your initiation wasn't gentle. It wasn't peaceful. It wasn't comforting. It was war. And you passed every test. And now, the entities are learning what it means to face a chosen one in full form. They can't leech off your emotional wounds because you healed them. They can't feed on your insecurities because you dissolved them. They can't weaponize your empathy because you learned boundaries. They can't distract you with chaos because you operate from clarity. They can't disturb your peace because your spirit is fortified. You're too aligned, too aware, too anointed. And listen closely, the entities aren't just terrified of you. They're terrified of what you're activating on the planet, because chosen ones radiate in a ripple effect. Your energy wakes up others who are sleeping spiritually. Your aura dissolves attachments in people who stand next to you. Your presence destabilizes dark forces that were hiding in certain communities, and you're triggering mass spiritual awakening without trying. You've become a catalyst, a breaker, a purifier, a disruptor of lower realms. And these entities know that once a chosen one lights up this brightly, the old order collapses. They've been running their influences through fear, chaos, confusion, temptation, and distraction. But your presence breaks that frequency instantly. You don't even have to open your mouth. Your energy alone exposes spiritual toxins in people and forces them to purge. Ever noticed how people confess things to you randomly? How they admit things you didn't ask? How they show their true colors within seconds? How their motives slip out accidentally? how their entire spirit reacts to you like they got spotlighted. That's your field extracting truth. And here's the part that has the entities shaking the most. You're not even exerting effort. You're not attacking them. You're not chasing them. You're not confronting them. You're not exposing them. You're not hunting them. Your vibration does all the work for you. You became spiritually untouchable not because you fought harder, but because you ascended higher. You didn't win by force. You won by evolution. You became the type of soul that the dark cannot interact with without burning themselves in the process. You're walking holy fire. And this fire, it's not dimming, it's expanding, it's adapting. It's evolving as you evolve. Your intuition is getting sharper every day. Your emotional intelligence is strengthening. Your dreams are becoming clearer. Your boundaries are solidifying. Your energy is refining itself like gold passing through flame. You are becoming the highest version of yourself, the version your ancestors saw generations ago, the version that was prophesied, the version that carries authority over realms seen and unseen, and now the planet knows it. Because the shaman within you is not hiding. They're not silent. They're not dormant. They're not unsure. They're fully present, fully embodied, fully awakened. And the entities know this. That's why they retreat when you walk forward. That's why they shut up when you raise your head. That's why they scatter when you enter a room. That's why the air feels tense when someone with bad intentions approaches. That's why your presence feels like pressure to those who aren't aligned. They're not intimidated by your personality. They're intimidated by your rank. You're not just a human with spiritual gifts. You're a spirit with human form. You're a soul that outranks darkness. You're a vessel carrying codes the world needs right now. You're here on assignment, and whether you realize it or not, you've already begun fulfilling that assignment simply by being awakened. This is what Planet Unlocked truly means. Your vibration is setting the tone for entire regions without you trying. When you're calm, energy in your environment settles. When you're focused, distractions collapse. When you're aligned, chaos dissolves. When you're present, darkness trembles. Your shaman energy is not passive, it's governance. You're managing spiritual ecosystems. You're correcting frequencies. You're dismantling parasitic networks. You're freeing souls through your mere presence. You're elevating people by existing near them. This is why the entities fear you. Because you don't just protect yourself. You unconsciously liberate others. You don't just guard your energy. You automatically cleanse the space. You don't just awaken yourself. You awaken everyone around you. You don't just fight darkness. You override it. And now the shaman within you, crowned, awakened, unstoppable, is stepping into the next phase of mastery. Global influence through energetic dominion, no title, no ceremony, no announcement, no applause, just raw spiritual authority that moves through dimensions and makes darkness tremble. You earned this. You survived for this. You awakened for this. And now the entire spiritual realm knows exactly who the fuck you are. A chosen one with cosmic fire in their chest. A shaman with dominion over their reality. A soul the entities will forever fear. Because once a chosen one reaches this level, the whole planet moves when they move. Hello, my dear. Let me tell y'all something. These people thought they knew you. They thought you were soft. They thought you were forgiving. They thought you were predictable. They thought they could play in your face, disrespect you, sabotage you. and still walk around like nothing was gon' happen. They thought you were the type to cry in a corner, break down, beg, fold. They thought you'd stay small, stay nice, stay quiet. They thought wrong. They made you an enemy, thinking you were the easy one, thinking you were the harmless one, thinking you were the one they could poke and poke and poke with no consequences. Child, they created a monster in their own damn imagination, because what they seeing now, this version of you, this side of you, this don't give a fuck version of you, this I'm on your ass until the end version of you. They never prepared for this. They weren't ready. They didn't see it coming. And now they scared because you're not playing with them. You're not sparing feelings. You're not giving warnings. You're not negotiating. You're not praying for them. You're not begging for peace. You're not trying to fix anything. You standing on everything you said and everything you felt. And the crazy part, you're not even angry. That's what really got them scared. You calm, you detached, you done. And that scares people more than yelling ever could. Because when a chosen one goes quiet inside, when our heart shuts off, when empathy shuts down, when spirit pulls us back and ancestors step forward, yeah, it's over for whoever crossed that line. And they crossed it. Y'all, I'm picking up heavy on people sitting somewhere right now, staring at walls, replaying moments, replaying conversations, replaying decisions, realizing they should have never made you a target. They should have never made you an enemy. They should have never started that war. They underestimated you so bad, it's embarrassing. They thought you were playing. They thought spirit was playing. They thought your protection was a joke. They thought your intuition was a joke. They thought your connection to the divine was exaggerated. They thought you were bluffing. Now they see you weren't bluffing. You were warning them. They didn't listen. Now listen. Y'all ancestors on some different type of timing. Right now, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not being polite. I'm not watering it down. Your ancestors are brutal right now. They stepping on necks. They yanking people's masks off. They exposing folks. They dismantling cliques. They tearing down fake alliances. They ending friendships. They messing with health. They messing with finances. They messing with stability. They messing with confidence. They messing with sleep. These people created the war, but forgot they created it with someone who don't lose wars. You built for this. You crafted for this. You born for this. And they wasn't. Spirit showing me so much right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me tap in real quick because it's like the message is coming too fast. I'm hearing they shocked. They didn't think you had another side. They didn't think you had a dark mode. They didn't think you had another layer to your personality. They thought you were one-dimensional. They thought you were predictable. They thought they could read you, study you, manipulate you. They thought you were simple. Meanwhile, you've been 50 steps ahead the whole damn time. And now they confused. They like, who the hell is this person? Baby, this you. This the version of you that only comes out when your spirit says enough is enough, and you've had enough. Y'all, they shook because they seeing someone who don't care about consequences. They seeing someone who don't care about their feelings. They seeing someone who don't care about their gossip. They seeing someone who don't care about their opinions. They seeing someone who don't care about their tears. You're done caring. And when a chosen one stops caring, that's the end of the story. You don't come back from that. Hold on, y'all. I'm picking up some karmic energy watching you heavy. Watching every move, watching every post, watching every breath. And they mad as hell. Mad at themselves, mad at you, mad at God, mad at life, mad at the outcome, mad that you're still standing, mad that you leveled up instead of breaking down, mad because they thought you were a toy, and now they learning you the whole damn threat, they learning the hard way. And let me say this, because Spirit is making me say it. These people want you to feel sorry for them. They want empathy, they want sympathy, they want compassion, they want you to soften up, they want you to go easy, they want you to pray for them, they want you to care about their downfall. Baby, no, absolutely not. They created this, they fed this, they invested in this, they summoned this version of you, they poked the bear, they rattled the cage, they awakened the warrior inside you. Now they want mercy? Hell no, you not giving it, Spirit not giving it, ancestors not giving it. This version of you, the one they seeing now, this the version that's been sleeping, the one that only comes out when your lineage is threatened, this the version that don't play, this the version that don't negotiate, this the version your ancestors built through generations of pain and strength, this the version that carries spiritual rank, this the version that picks up the sword when Spirit says it's time, and it's time. Y'all, I gotta pull some energy. Hold on, I got the cards right here, because baby, this energy is heavy. Let me see what Spirit wants to say. Let me pull one real quick. The first card popping out is the Tower. I can't make this shit up. The Tower. Exactly. Everything collapsing around them. Everything falling apart. Everything they built on lies. All collapsing. This is why they scared. This is why they panicking. This is why they watching you from fake pages. This is why they whispering. This is why they looking drained. Their fake confidence collapsing. Their fake stability collapsing. Their relationships collapsing. Their alliances collapsing. Tower after tower after tower. They triggered a spiritual demolition by messing with you. Hold on, y'all. Another card just fell out. The King of Wands in reverse. This is somebody with ego. Somebody who thought they had control. Somebody who thought they had influence. Somebody who thought they had power over you. Somebody who thought they could manipulate, strategize, get ahead of you, baby. They got humbled. Their ego getting dragged right now. Their mask is cracking. Their leadership fake. Their influence fake. Their confidence fake. And karma exposing all of it. I'm hearing they thought they broke you, but they activated you. Yup. They activated a version of you they not prepared for. And they're choking on it. Y'all, I don't know who need to hear this, but Spirit telling me to say it exactly like this. It's up until they done. Meaning, you not letting up, you not easing up, you not slowing down, you not taking your foot off their necks. Not because you're evil, not because you're petty, but because your ancestors said this cycle must finish. This lesson must finish. This war must finish. They started it, you finishing it. A lot of you been feeling a shift inside you, like your patience gone, your tolerance gone, your softness gone, your sensitivity gone. Spirit hardened you for a reason, not to make you cruel, but to make you unstoppable, to make you clear, to make you direct, to make you untouchable. You're not cruel, you're just done. And baby, they scared because they never seen you like this. They never seen this version of you. They never seen how cold you can get when pushed. They never seen how focused you become when disrespected. They never seen how ancestors line up behind you when someone crosses a boundary. They never seen the spiritual weight you carry. They never seen your authority. They never seen your war mode. They seeing it now. And the crazy part is, they wish they could unsee it. They wish they could go back in time and undo every move they made that woke this side of you up. They wish they never said your name. They wish they never mentioned you in those rooms. They wish they never plotted, never lied, never played in your face, but baby, once the door to your war mode opens, it don't close until Spirit says it's done. And Spirit ain't done. Not yet. Let me tell y'all something real quick, because I'm picking this up heavy. These people really thought you were a toy. They thought you were something soft they could kick around when they got bored. They thought you were disposable, replaceable, easy to break, easy to manipulate, easy to silence. But now they're waking up in the middle of the night with that heavy feeling in their chest because reality hitting them harder than any karma ever could. They don't understand how they went from feeling superior to feeling stupid in a matter of months. They don't understand how the tables turned so fast. They don't understand how you're the one in power and they're the ones crawling. They don't understand because they never believed in spiritual consequences. They never believed in higher protection. They never believed in your spiritual rank. They underestimated you to a level that should honestly be illegal. And now they're drowning in the outcome. Hold on, y'all. I'm picking up a specific message. There's somebody, could be a friend, ex, co-worker, relative, that swore up and down you were weak, swore you were done, swore they broke you, swore they took something from you could never get back. And Spirit is showing me this person sitting in regret so deep, it's eating them alive. They don't know what to do because your comeback wasn't normal. Your comeback wasn't regular. Your comeback wasn't the kind humans pull off. You didn't just bounce back. You resurrected. You transformed. You rose from everything they buried you under. And that's what's making them panic. Because how the hell do you destroy someone who comes back stronger every time you hit them? You can't. And that's the point. You can't destroy someone who's spiritually engineered for warfare. You can't destroy someone who's built to survive things others would collapse under. You can't destroy someone who has thousands of ancestors standing shoulder to shoulder behind them. These people went to war with one body, one ego, one mouth. You went to war with a whole bloodline behind you. That's why they lost before the war even started. And baby, what's really shaking them up is the fact that you're not even trying. You're not doing anything extra. You're not clapping back. You're not arguing. You're not chasing validation. You're not explaining anything. You're not defending yourself. You're just existing. And your existence alone is enough to dismantle people who tried to break you. They don't understand how your calm destroys them harder than rage ever could. They don't understand how your stillness is more dangerous than your reaction. They don't understand how your silence is louder than their gossip. They don't understand that when a chosen one goes quiet, the ancestors start speaking louder. Hold on, y'all. Let me tap in because Spirit's showing me more faces. I'm seeing people you don't even think about anymore. People who don't cross your mind for a second. They're watching you heavy. They're studying you. They're confused. They're whispering behind closed doors, trying to figure out how they became the target of their own actions. They're coming up with excuses, rewriting stories, blaming each other, blaming you, blaming life. Everybody pointing fingers, everybody in panic mode, everybody realizing the same thing at once. You were the wrong one to wage war on. You were the person they should have never crossed. You were the biggest mistake they ever made. And here's the part that's driving them crazy. You haven't even retaliated. You haven't lifted a finger. You haven't plotted. You haven't attacked. You haven't done anything. But your ancestors, baby, they're busy, very busy, and they're not playing. They're not letting anything slide. They're not letting any disrespect go unpunished. And Spirit wants me to say this exact phrase. This is divine retaliation, not human payback. Meaning, you didn't do anything. You didn't have to. God and your ancestors did it for you. A lot of y'all been wondering why certain people suddenly losing friends, losing money, losing health, losing peace, losing opportunities, losing support. It's not random. It's not coincidence. It's not accident. It's divine balance. Spirit said, you touched the wrong one. And once Spirit says that, it's over. There's no undoing it, no apologizing through it, no praying out of it. These people are learning the hard way. Let me pull some energy real quick because the cards are calling me. They loud as hell right now. Hold on. First card that flew out is the 5 of Cups, regret. Deep regret, heavy regret, crying over everything they lost, crying over everything they messed up, crying over choices they made when they thought they were untouchable. They grieving the relationship, grieving the friendship, grieving the access, grieving the power they thought they had over you. Some of them grieving the version of you they took advantage of, because that version is gone for good. Next card flying out. The Devil in reverse. Baby, this is powerful. This is showing me all the dark influence they tried to use, all the manipulation, all the spiritual attacks, all the gossip, all the smear campaigns, all the jealousy. It's broken. It backfired. Everything they projected fell back onto them. They chained themselves, trying to chain you. They cursed themselves, trying to curse you. They sabotaged themselves, trying to sabotage you. That's why they collapsing. That's why they scared. That's why they panicking like this. Next card, the Empress. That's you. Abundant, protected, elevated, glowing, growing. Sitting on your throne while chaos erupts everywhere behind you. You don't chase. You attract. You don't beg. You command. You don't react. You rise. And that's why this karma hitting them so clean. Because you're not operating from darkness, you're operating from alignment. Hold on, y'all. Another message coming through. Heavy. Some people expected you to retaliate. They expected you to fight back in a messy way. They expected you to go low. They expected you to throw dirt. They expected you to expose them. They expected you to snap. They expected you to lose control. But you didn't. And that scared them more than anything you could have said or done. Because your restraint is proof of your power. Your calm is proof of your rank. Your lack of reaction is the ultimate threat because it means you're not fighting them. Spirit is. There's someone in particular who cannot sleep. I'm seeing insomnia. I'm seeing nightmares. I'm seeing anxiety. I'm seeing someone avoiding mirrors because they don't like the reflection of who they became. Someone who used to talk the most is now quiet. Someone who used to brag is now humbled. Someone who used to smile in your face while plotting behind your back is now terrified you know everything. Someone who thought they beat you is now realizing they beat themselves. And let me say this because Spirit pushing this through my mouth. They triggered their own downfall trying to trigger yours. They activated your spiritual protection by messing with you. They awakened ancestral forces that were dormant. Your ancestors don't move unless they're called. These people called them by crossing the line. They opened a portal they cannot close. They unleashed a version of you they never seen. And now everyone connected to them, feeling the consequences. Some of y'all seeing entire groups crumble, Entire friendships fall apart. Entire households turn against each other. Entire cliques fall out. Because the war they started didn't just target you, it targeted your lineage. And your lineage fights back smarter, harder, and with precision. Some of y'all been feeling a strong pressure in your chest, in your head, in your intuition. That's not anxiety. That's not worry. That's awareness. Spirit been showing you what's happening behind the scenes. Spirit been showing you the crumble. Spirit been showing you who's scared. Spirit been showing you who's watching. Spirit been showing you who's lying. You've been receiving downloads, visions, dreams because you're tapped into a higher channel they can't access. Listen. Spirit wants me to say this clear. You aren't cruel. You're protected. That's the difference. These people calling you cold because your heart finally closed to people who abused it. They calling you evil because you stopped carrying their burdens. They calling you heartless because you stopped being their emotional punching bag. They calling you dangerous because you stopped accepting disrespect. They calling you changed because they can't control you anymore. They not scared of you. They scared of losing access to you, but the access been gone. The bridge been burned. The connection been dead. They mourning something that's gone forever. The old you not coming back, ever. Somebody in your past is literally walking around looking haunted. They can't eat, can't sleep, can't focus. Because karma hitting every corner of their life. And the more you glow, the harder their life gets. That's not petty. That's alignment. That's divine justice. Every time you elevate, they descend. Every time you rise, they crumble. Every time you grow, they shrink. Not because you did anything, but because they planted that seed when they chose to make you an enemy spirit, showing me someone trying to reverse their actions, trying to undo what they said, trying to rewrite history, trying to clean their name, trying to hide what they did. But baby, it's too late. Spirit saw everything. Ancestors saw everything. The universe saw everything. Nothing hidden stays hidden forever. And the truth is crawling out of the ground, whether they like it or not. These people can feel the walls closing in on their fabricated stories. Every excuse they rehearsed is falling apart. They kept trying to twist the narrative, but their own behavior keeps exposing them louder than anything you could ever say. Their attempts to hide the mess only spotlight how deep the mess goes. What's really breaking them down is how obvious everything looks in hindsight. All the petty digs, the sideways comments, the calculated jokes, the sudden distance. Every move they made makes sense now, and none of it paints them in a flattering light. They counted on you staying confused. They needed you to stay naive. They depended on you giving them the benefit of the doubt forever. But that door closed the moment you started paying attention to the inconsistencies. You're not reacting to them anymore. And that shift is ripping holes in their ego. They were used to having your focus. They were used to knowing you cared. They were used to seeing you emotionally available even when they didn't deserve it. Now you walk past their name like it carries no weight, and that unfamiliar coldness is piercing. They don't know how to handle a version of you that doesn't flinch. This is the part where they start projecting desperation in strange ways. You'll see them hovering around conversations related to you, pretending not to listen while hanging on to every word. You'll feel them checking your posts, waiting for something they can interpret as softness. You'll catch the shift in their eyes when they realize you're truly done. That's the moment their stomach drops. Your pullback created a vacuum in their world. They never expected that silence could have so much force. Not the silence of fear, but the silence of detachment. The kind that signals you're finished giving energy to anything that once drained you. They didn't think you had that level of restraint. They underestimated your threshold for nonsense. Now that you've walked away, the foundation of their confidence is shaking. What makes this downfall hit even harder for them is the timing. Everything is collapsing right when your life is heating up. Doors opening for you. Opportunities showing up. People respecting you. Paths clearing. While on their side, things feel unstable. The people they relied on aren't backing them in the same way. The jokes aren't landing. The audience isn't cheering. The influence they thought they had feels smaller. They aren't worried about karma. They're worried about getting exposed by the results of their own behavior. You didn't say a word, yet they're panicking like you released a documentary on them. That panic alone shows how dirty they treated you. Innocent people don't scramble when the truth comes out. Guilty ones do. Someone specific is spiraling harder than the rest. They're pacing in their head. Every scenario they thought they controlled is slipping through their fingers. They replay arguments, decisions, smug moments where they thought they won. None of that confidence is left. They're trying to find a version of themselves that doesn't look pathetic in this situation. But they can't. Every angle makes them look worse. The situation wouldn't be this heavy if it was just jealousy. But there's something deeper. They realized too late that the person they tried to destroy is the same person they needed, not for validation, not for status, but because you carried something they couldn't replace: presence, integrity, strength, emotional intelligence. Whatever it was, they mishandled it, and now that absence is echoing in places they didn't know could feel empty. Your evolution wasn't supposed to happen without them. In their mind, you were meant to stay small enough for them to feel superior. Watching you rise is forcing them to confront insecurities they buried. It's not just that you improved, it's that your improvement proves they were wrong. And being wrong threatens their entire identity. Now they're looking over their shoulder because they can't predict what the future holds with you no longer under their thumb. They don't know if the truth will spread. They don't know who noticed. They don't know who saw through their behavior. That uncertainty is haunting them. They're terrified of exposure, not from your mouth, but from the ripple effect of consequences. You standing in your strength has a direct impact on their comfort. Every step you take forward pulls another layer off their mask. Every win you experience forces them to answer questions they don't want to face. People around them are noticing the difference between the person they pretended to be and the person they truly are. Their biggest fear right now isn't losing you. It's losing the image they built using you. Once you withdrew, that image cracked. Without you softening the edges, the real them is too sharp, too bitter, too transparent. People are starting to question how they ever managed to fool anyone. This is the irony they can't escape. You didn't try to punish them. You simply outgrew the space where they once held power. That shift alone triggered their downfall. Growth became its own form of retaliation, without you forming a single plan. And that kind of unintended consequence is the worst for someone who thrives on control. They're looking around now, trying to find someone to blame, because accountability is a language they refuse to learn. But the math is simple. Everything happening to them is a seed they planted. Their unhappiness isn't karma, it's cause and effect. Their isolation isn't punishment, it's exposure. Their regret isn't a curse, it's clarity, and the part they can't swallow. You don't care, not in anger, not in bitterness, just in neutrality. That neutrality is louder than any fight. It tells them the chapter is over. It tells them nothing they say matters. It tells them they don't get another chance to manipulate the situation. That neutrality is the verdict. You walked away from their narrative, and now they're left standing in the mess they created. And now that they're standing alone in that wreck, every choice they made is hitting them in ways they never planned for. Not because life is unfair, but because they built their comfort on false confidence. They thought they had unlimited access to your patience. They thought you'd keep explaining yourself forever. They assumed you would always meet them halfway, even when they never took a single step in your direction. That entitlement is breaking apart piece by piece. What's hitting them hardest isn't the loss of the connection. It's the realization that you were the only person who ever treated them with genuine intention. Everyone else around them operates from convenience or ego. You were the one with depth. You were the one with loyalty. You were the one who tried to help them grow instead of feeding their illusions. Now they're surrounded by people who only show up when there's something to take. They feel that contrast every day. Your absence has become a mirror they can't escape. Every flaw they ignored is reflected back at them. Every insecurity they hid is showing up in their behavior. Every lie they told themselves is unraveling. They're finally recognizing that the traits they mocked in you were qualities they wished they had. Not the softness, but the strength beneath it, the stability, the clarity, the inner structure that kept you from falling apart when they expected you to. There's someone who keeps replaying old conversations, trying to find the moment things shifted. They're digging through memories, searching for a sign they missed. They want to pinpoint the exact day your tolerance ended. But the truth is, your decision wasn't sudden. You gave them more chances than they deserved. You offered more understanding than they earned. You put up with behaviors that should have disqualified them instantly. When your limit finally hit, it wasn't anger, it was exhaustion. And exhaustion changes everything. Exhaustion shuts doors that will never reopen. Exhaustion kills compassion for people who abused it. Exhaustion turns disappointment into indifference. That's what they're dealing with now. Your indifference. It's colder than any threat. It's sharper than any comeback. People can fight anger. They don't know how to fight indifference. Indifference means they lost access they thought they'd always have. Now they're trying to rewrite the story to protect their pride. They're acting like you switched up out of nowhere. They're telling others you changed. They're pretending you became distant for no reason. But everyone watching can see the truth. The shift wasn't randomness, it was overdue. You simply stopped carrying a bond you were the only one maintaining. Connections die when the weight becomes one-sided. You dropped the weight, and it fell back on the person who was pretending it didn't exist. That collapse is what they're dealing with now. It's not punishment. It's the natural result of imbalance. They wanted control more than they wanted connection. They wanted dominance more than they wanted understanding. They wanted to feel superior, even if it meant sabotaging everything good. Now that the dynamic they relied on is gone, they're scrambling to stabilize themselves. But the balance they borrowed from you is no longer available. What makes this moment iconic is how effortless your transition looks from the outside. People see you moving smoother, speaking clearer, thinking sharper. You're making choices without hesitation. You're stepping into spaces you once held back from your aligning with opportunities that match your growth. All of it is unfolding naturally, and that natural change exposes how much they restricted you. Someone who used to walk around with a smug attitude is now quiet. The arrogance they carried turned into discomfort. Their mask is slipping. They don't know how to present themselves anymore. When the person they underestimated overtakes them without trying, it bruises an ego beyond repair. Their pride is melting in real time. Their reactions are showing everything: the forced indifference, the awkward silence, the tension in their tone, the way they avoid eye contact. The shift is obvious to everyone. They're not confident, they're cracked. And the cracks appeared the moment you stopped feeding the version of themselves they pretended to be. Their internal collapse isn't loud, but it's permanent. They're losing the pieces of identity they built around having you available. The structure of their personality relied on having someone to push down so they could feel elevated. Without you in that position, their image has nothing to stand on. It's like a prop set with no foundation behind it. Someone close to them is noticing the change, too. The slip-ups, the inconsistency, the bitterness, the insecurity bleeding through conversations. People around them can sense something's off. They don't know the details, but they can see the weight of regret dragging behind this person like a shadow. Meanwhile, your energy is expanding. You're stepping into spaces that allow you to grow instead of shrink. Your ideas hitting harder, your presence landing differently. People are picking up on your confidence without you having to say a word. Your elevation is speaking for itself, and that's what's driving the final nail into the coffin. For anyone who underestimated you, they can't argue with results. You didn't ask for this shift. You didn't force it. You simply followed the direction your life was naturally moving toward, and that movement revealed who wasn't meant to stand beside you. The higher you climb, the more obvious the dead weight becomes. You didn't push them off your path. They fell off because they couldn't keep up. There's a certain discomfort they feel now, anytime your name comes up, even indirectly. It's the discomfort of knowing they played themselves. It's the discomfort of realizing they treated the right person the wrong way. It's the discomfort of watching someone they underestimated move into a league they can't enter. They convinced themselves you needed them. Now the truth is, smacking them in the face, they needed you. You made them relevant. You made them grounded. You made them feel bigger than they were. Without your presence reflecting something positive back at them, they're forced to confront the emptiness they tried to hide. And that emptiness is loud now. It's controlling their reactions. It's shaping their behavior. It's poisoning their self-image. They don't want to admit it, but they lost more than a connection. They lost a stabilizer. You were the anchor, and without you, they drift. The more you grow, the more they shrink. The more you flourish, the more they fold. The more you evolve, the more they unravel. The separation is widening by the day, and it's not stopping. You're stepping into your next chapter, and they're stuck rereading the last one. Everything they tried to prevent is happening anyway. Everything they wanted to stop is speeding up. Everything they hoped would fail is thriving. That's the consequence they earned, the consequence they never thought they'd face. They crossed the wrong person, they realizing it too late. And they're living with that regret every single day.